Socialists cannot catch a break. Folks, Fernando doing another video for more survivalists. This is from Spain. PSOE, that's the Socialist Party of Spain. Current president of Spain is of this Socialist Party. And the scandal, man, poor socialists, they cannot catch a break because the media is always after them. The conservative right-wing media always accusing them of corruption scandals, doing cocaine, and having prostitutes in their little parties. They're just trying out that cocaine so that it's not out there in the streets. They just snort it up all themselves so that it doesn't hurt children. And as of prostitutes, well, they are helping these poor women that have problems standing. So they help them up and they kind of help with their own economy, entrepreneurs, their own businesses. So they're actually helping people when they're having these cocaine and prostitute parties. But the evil right always has to point the finger and have nasty comments about it. So the scandal involves some high-ranking politicians and military members. This is from the Guardia Civil as well. They were charging for political favors, for social contracts, and some of these benefits that were awarded to them in exchange of a bribe or extortion as well in some cases. I mean, multifaceted business. Come on, this is capitalism at its best, right? No, of course it's not. Capitalism is not about this. This is about socialism. This is about the exact opposite of what being a true entrepreneur, law-abiding citizen actually is. But this is the true face of socialism. Whatever you want to call it. It's variations in Russia with their Soviet oligarchy, in China with their Communist Party, in Latin America and the United States with socialism and Democrats and the left-wing agendas that we're so familiar with. They're always involved in some of the more perverse, some of the more degenerate aspects of human behavior. It's always the case. Now, whenever anyone that is more center, right-wing, conservative, you usually see that at the smallest, predicament or the least amount of controversy or anything, God forbid, illegal activity, bribes, there's always going to be a huge scandal involved. Now, when it is orgy of corruption and perversion, when it involves socialists, nothing happens. Oh, it's just them having fun. They're just, having fun there with the little girls and snorting a little bit of coke. What's the big deal? A little bit of corruption. Come on. Who hasn't gotten $680 million euros in fraud? And this is not the first time. As you see here, this is from 3 years ago. Socialist ex-presidents of Andalusia guilty in 680 million fraud case. Verdicts against the two PSOE members. Embarrassing for Spain's acting prime minister. Acting prime minister still. This is the same guy that is, they're, covered in Teflon or something like that because nothing sticks to them. It was a case that with Rajoy, former president of Spain, also, there was a very minor scandal involving some corruption from some members of his party. Immediate resignation. He was asked to resign there on the spot because how could it be that his own party had members that were involved in corruption scandals? Nothing like this. It was maybe, I don't remember exactly what it was, some bribe or some, family members being placed in a job or something much more minor than this. The guy had to resign. Now, corruption, prostitutes, doing coke, snorting coke, and images of all that, well, not a big deal. Folks, it's going to be all for now. Remember to prepare. This is the way the world is going these days. And the more you prepare for it, the better you'll be able to face this this widespread problem that we have. It affects so many aspects of our lives. That's why I talk about politics so much in the channel. People often tell you, oh, don't talk about politics, don't talk about this. Usually, those are the things you should be looking at because this affects your life. Not only could it be that these degenerates are living right next door to you, which, that's not going to be fun, having these corrupt officials, military members, high-ranking politicians having a freaking orgy next door. Your financing that your money is being used for this instead of going to schools, to healthcare, to all of the things that it actually should be going to. That's why this is so important. And you have my books there, Surviving the Economic Collapse, very important, giving everything else, and Street Survival Skills right next to it, both available in Amazon, following the links below. Take care.